right, good morning and welcome to the Tadpoll. I'm Kim Pakkebier. I have double duty this morning. I'm running the equipment and hosting the show today. So that's why when we first went on, poor Jessica was sitting here like, okay, what do we do now? And I had to get things started, and then we're getting the show started. So first of all, thanks for joining us this morning. We really appreciate you tuning in. Good morning to Tad Feltz out there. He watches every morning. Glad to have Tad back in town last Saturday. So last Saturday was the parade, of course. Most of you know that. And the one and only Tad Feltz was back to announce the parade for My Phillips County Online's live stream. And that stream right now, last I checked, had over 4,700 views. So a lot of people tuned in to watch the parade. Were you able to see the parade this year?
No, I wasn't able to. It was my son's birthday, so we went to the water park in Hayes.
Oh, well, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. But so if you missed it and you want to see it, of course, you can still tune in.
That's great.
On Facebook. Or some people don't realize that we also stream on YouTube. So all of the Tadpoll shows and the parade is also on a My Phillips County Online YouTube channel. What happens sometimes is with Facebook, videos, live streams of videos stay on Facebook for about a month, and then Facebook can't keep all of that on there forever, so they rotate off. And but YouTube doesn't do that. So kind of as an archive, we also stream to YouTube so that people can go back. If you want to see a show from last fall, you can go to the YouTube
really
channel,
cool.
so forth. Tad did want me to mention that he really enjoyed coming back to Phillipsburg, visiting with a lot of his friends, and especially doing what, of course, he loves to do, announce the parade. And, we know that he's had a long career in Phillipsburg of being on the radio and just being a part of the community. And so he really appreciated the chance to come back and announce with Lance Munyon. So we're appreciative of Lance also for arranging the situation so that we could stream that parade from the chamber office, because they have those big windows right there. The parade turns right in front of the street, and we had a good setup there. So thanks to Tammy Sauer for allowing us to do that. The parade was great this year. So on to other things, though. We have an exciting weekend coming up this weekend as well, because our Phillips County Arts Council, did I get that right, is hosting Oklahoma, the community play. And so this morning, I have with me Jessica Wilson. She's one of the directors of the play. So good morning, Jessica.
Good morning. I'm happy to be here. Thanks for having us.
So how's it going?
It's going well. The last week's always the most stressful week. So we're down to the wire. It's coming up this weekend. We're in full dress rehearsals, late nights, running shows, stopping, trying something again. Oh, hey, that didn't quite work. Let's back up and do it again. Ironing out all the kinks that you kind of find that last week before opening day. So.
Wow. Yeah, I imagine this is the stressful week, right?
It is absolutely the stressful week.
You gotta have this. The show is going to go on whether,
that's what we tell them, like, hey, I believe in you, but please learn your lines.
Right.
Yeah.
So how long have you been doing this as a director? How long have you been directing?
Ooh, that's a good question. Mm-hmm. My first show that I was stage manager and learned directing the year that we did Wizard of Oz, and I don't have that in front of me, so I don't know here, but I was under Sarah Rudd, and I learned from her. And then the next year we did Annie, and I kind of directed that with Sarah as my mentor, kind of teaching me how to do it. And then a few years ago, we did the 10-year celebration of the theater arts.
Oh, right, I remember. Mm-hmm.
So we put on a review show, and I directed that, and that was a lot of fun. And so then, and the last 3 years, Nicole Glenn and I have co-directed the high school plays as well. So we are kind of just getting involved all over the place. And then this year I called Nicole and said, hey, how would you feel about co-directing a summer show with me? And she goes, why not? So
sounds like her.
Yeah. Yep. So we're in it together for the long haul.
Great. That's amazing. But that begs the question, why? What motivates you to do this? It takes tons of time. This isn't a paid job, that's just out of the love of it. Why put yourself through all the stress? And
that's a good question. I genuinely just love the theater. I love performing arts. I was involved in the theater in high school. I was in Amendment. I love, my whole family is super into musical theater. Like, if we're in the car together, we're probably singing Broadway tunes. We're driving everybody nuts. So it's just a family love. Like we love musicals, and I find importance and joy in the performing arts. And so if I can help other people get connected with that and not let it die, because it's one of those things where if you don't nurture it, if you don't promote it, if you don't stick with it, it's not gonna last.
Exactly.
So it's just something that I'm passionate about. I really love it. It brings me a lot of joy, even though the last week I'm running on no sleep, lots of stress. I have so much fun with it. It's one of my favorite things to do.
Well, that's great, and we appreciate people like you who do keep that alive, because people are busy these days. They have so many things to do, and I imagine that also adds to the stress of finding a cast who's available as well. But it is an art form, and it's an important art form for people to express themselves and for people to enjoy.
Yeah.
And we're very fortunate that our community has this and has members willing to be available and put their talents out there. So
yeah, and we're doing what I'm really excited about is also for the past 3 years, we've done a kids theater camp at the beginning of the summer. So we run 2 weeks, and I've had like up to 35 kids, and they come and we learn a show. And then the last day of the 2 weeks, they get to perform it for their family and for the community. And that's really fun. So I'm teaching the love of theater to these kids, and then their families are getting involved. And then as they get older, they're, getting involved in the high school play or then doing community theater. So it's really fun to say community theater is for everybody. You don't have to be a singer or a dancer or an actor. There are so many parts of community theater, from sound and lights to costuming. Connie Cox is doing our costume. She's doing a great job because I can't sew. And set building and the artwork and advertising. So community theater is for the whole family.
Yeah, great. So this play this weekend is Oklahoma.
Yes.
What's the process of choosing which plays you decide to do?
That's a good question. My thought process was, everybody knows and loves Oklahoma. This will be such an easy show. Everybody's laughed at me. It was a bigger cast than I realized. I read the cast list, I'm like, oh yeah, we can do that. And then you forget about all the extras and you need, I'm like, we gotta fill this one. So there were times it was a little stressful. Are we gonna get it? Are we gonna get it? But I was like, you know what? It'll happen. And it did. We have a full cast and it's going great. They work really well together. It's so fun to watch them on stage dancing together. Great. Yeah. People are like, I don't know, I don't sing or dance. And they're up there singing and dancing. So good. People are learning things about themselves. But it's, a lot of it is, there's several organizations that you get the licensing from online. So you can just search for whatever you think your cast size would be, the length, if you want it to be a musical or a play.
I see.
And then you kind of you have to look at what your budget is. So we're very thankful that the Dane J. Hansen Foundation funded this project. They're very generous with their gift to us to be able to put this on. Perfect. So, yeah.
So for those people who have never seen Oklahoma before, can you give us a little summary or synopsis of what to expect?
Sure. So it's set in 1905 in Oklahoma before it became a state. So you've got the farmers and you've got the cattlemen, the ranchers, who are not necessarily friends with each other. You've got romance in a few different avenues and competing for the girl. Who's going to get the girl at the end? Sure. And you've got excitement and there's dancing and it's fun, but you've also got some suspense. What's going to happen? We have a villain, and what's going to happen with Judd? He's our villain. So it's prairie, it's farm, it's old-timey, and it's endearing, it's sweet.
And that's showing this weekend at the Huck Boy. Can you run through the show times and how to get tickets? Yeah, so this Saturday, the 8th at 7 p.m. is when we start, and then Sunday, August 9th at 2 p.m. there at the Huck Boyd Center. It's $5 for students, $10 for adults. And you can either call me ahead of time, that's fine, or you can message the Arts Council Facebook page, but you can just show up at the door and we're selling tickets right there. So they can get advance tickets if they want to, but they can just also just show up. Might want to show up a little bit earlier. Yeah, we're starting at 7. So typically, sometimes there can be a big line, so I'd
plan ahead, bring a jacket. It can be chilly in the auditorium. So, but yeah, show up early so you can pick your prime seat. Yeah, but we're starting right at 7, and it's going to be a really fun show. We really hope everyone enjoys it.
So this Saturday at 7 o'clock at the Huck Boyd, or you go to both shows.
Yeah, come to both.
Sunday afternoon at 2 o'clock, come to the Huck Boyd for the show Oklahoma. Anything else, Jessica, you want to share with us this morning?
No, I'm excited to see the Arts Council thrive, and I'm excited to see the new people we're getting involved, and our veterans, and so it's fun. I'm already planning for next summer,
right.
So I'm already excited for next year.
Well, thank you so much for coming on this morning. We're going to take a quick break. Give me a second to run around to the computer and get our ad started, and then we'll be back with some cast members of Oklahoma. Stay tuned.
On the field, taking risks is part of the game. Every yard, every play. It's about going all in. But when it comes to your money, it pays to be careful. With the careful service from First National Bank and Trust, you can detect unusual activity and stop fraud before it happens. Protect yourself and the ones you love with Careful, because being smart off the field is the real win.
Life's better when you're under our roof because you'll feel protected.
Good thing we're covered.
And safe drivers can save too. Also, your family's free to.
Dream fearlessly!
And you can get a personalized rate based on how you drive. So while they're dreaming, you're saving. Customize what you pay with Drive My Way. American Family Insurance.
The Hansen Museum of Logan, Kansas is where history and creativity unite. For over 50 years, we've been your cultural hub, offering a diverse range of exhibits, from captivating Lego brick displays to timeless joy of Bob Ross's art. But we're not just a museum, we're a community gathering space. Join us for thrilling events like Murder Mysteries or celebrate creative talents at one of our many events. At the Hansen Museum, we're not just preserving the past, we're creating memories for the future.
We are taking wheat to the next level. As a producer of vital wheat gluten, advanced biofuels, and important co-products, Amber Wave. Vital, reliable, sustainable.
Okay, we're back. Thanks for staying tuned in. We just talked with Jessica Wilson, the director of a play, and now we have a couple of our cast members of the show that will be coming up this weekend. We have Amber Carver and her daughter Jade Carver. So we'll start with you, Amber. Tell us a little bit about the role you're playing.
I play the role of Aunt Eller, and she is Lori's aunt. So she's in on a lot of stuff that's going on, trying to lead Lori in the right way. So, and also Aunt Eller's one to speak her mind and make sure that everybody behaves. So I kind of like the role. She's a lot of fun to play.
Sure. So this is in Oklahoma. Oklahomans have a little bit of an accent. Do you throw a little Southern twang in there, or how do you approach that?
Oh yeah, my mom's an Okie. She always claimed to be an Okie, so I'm getting pretty good at that. So I put that Southern accent. That Southern accent's really easy to get to going and really hard to stop when we're done. So, but I've had a lot of fun with it. So, and they talked a little different back then too. Some of the words I was just like, oh yeah, I know those words. It's not a problem for me. So.
Sure. So what got you started in being an actor and being involved in theater?
Well, my mom was the assistant play director in Logan for a lot of years. So as a kid, I was going to play practices with her and everything. And my junior year, junior, senior year, they did the play there. So I was in both the junior and senior play. And then in college, I got involved with a couple of the things that they did and had a lot of fun. And then when they started here, I was just like, oh, cool. You know, it's just something I've always liked, being on stage and doing stuff like that. So yeah, it's just something that's been in me, I guess, ever since I was young.
That's great. Like sometimes people kind of think of, I know students think of, if you're going to be part of the school play, that's it. You're just part of the play. Or even sometimes in music, you're in band and it's just in high school. It's not beyond that. But it definitely can be beyond that.
Oh, yeah.
And being involved in, the community theater or community music and so forth. Speaking of music, this is a musical. So what, are you singing songs? What?
Yeah, we sing songs. I don't have as much as some of the others, but yeah, we do sing songs, a lot of group songs. I have a few solos, but that's okay. But I'm used to doing that, so it's never been a problem for me.
So I know Jessica is the director and she, directs the actions and so forth. Is there also somebody in charge of all the music?
Yeah, that'd be Annette Kennedy, and she has been fantastic. She's been there to help us when we need it, and she's just really good. And she's also taking care of the choreography, so that's been a lot of fun too. So she's been a big help.
So we'll go on to Jade. Jade, what role are you playing in the play?
I'm playing as a side character named Ellen. She's part of the girls ensemble choir part. And this is also my first time doing a play, so I'm honestly both excited and nervous. It's like a 50-50 squish.
Sure. Squish, I like that word. So yeah, the very first time you've been on stage in theater. So is there something either one of you guys do to like prepare for that opening curtain? Is there like some rituals that you do before you have a lucky rabbit's foot or anything like that to prepare you to go on stage?
I always say my lines out loud in case I need to go on stage for that scene or act. And then I always sing the songs in my head so I know what words exact I need to sing.
So there's a lot of lines. I was talking with you earlier, Amber, and you said this is one of the largest roles you've had in quite a while. What is your system for memorizing all those lines?
Well, I read, and then she's been a big help to me going through my lines, and she'll say the line before and help me out if I can't remember. So it's basically just repetition, and with this one it's been writing down lines, and so it's a lot of work for me, but I'm pretty sure I am like almost there. I also do before each scene I'm on, I go through my lines once more so they're fresh in my head, and that helps a lot. So.
And what a lot of people don't realize is that being an actress is not just about learning your lines. You have to learn your lines in addition to feeling authentic and real, and also knowing when those lines are said, right? Because if you're your cue, the line that comes before you is off or that person is messed up, you have to really be paying attention. And there's kind of a skill, there's an art form in improvising and making sure the next line flows without missing any major part of the storyline or what will be the next cue, right? Because not only are you receiving cues, but you got to make sure you have your lines for the next person to pick up on what they're...
Exactly, yeah.
So,
it's a lot of paying attention.
Right. You can't just go up there and be a robot and say lines.
No,
right?
no. And you've got to keep in character the entire time you're on stage and actually react to what's going on. And that, I think, was one of the hardest things because you're used to running your lines and and then all of a sudden you've got to, I've got to pretend that I'm this person. I got to react like I'm this person. So.
And use props sometimes and entrances and exits at the right time.
Yep.
And not everything goes perfect the way it's supposed to go. and you have to make sure that you're prepared for that as well.
Yeah.
So what is the thing you're looking forward to most this weekend as the performance begins?
Just being on stage again. I haven't had a play since spring of 24, so it's fun being on stage again. and just listening to the audience react to our lines. You know, I love to hear the laughter and the applause after we're done singing something. So that's really cool. It's a lot of fun to hear that.
Does the laughter ever throw you off a little bit? Like you've just said, or somebody's just said a zinger, and the audience starts laughing. What's it like to have to try to stay in character and not laugh right along with them?
Sometimes it's hard, but you get up there enough, you say your lines enough, and you just let the laughter subside. And, you know, if it's something you've gone through 100 times, then the laughter's not usually going to affect you, but sometimes, you know, it does. But you just gotta pause. And then when the laughter dies, you go, because you don't want them to miss a line, because then they'll stop laughing.
Right. Yeah, definitely a good point there. As the forensics coach, I'm the forensics coach here at Phillipsburg, and when students are practicing, you know, just with me and so forth, there's not that audience involvement, and they can say their lines and so forth. But then when I go in and watch them perform, when forensics is really going on, and there might be a few people in there also watching them, and then those people start giggling and chuckling at the funny lines. It's like that first, like, oh, wow, this really is funny, and then it's hard for students the very first time to keep calm and keep cool, because there is that excitement when, like, okay, I must have delivered that well, because I'm evoking that response in the audience. So, yeah, it takes some talent. It's just one more thing that makes all of this an art form. Tell me a little bit about the set. Do you have any involvement in also, you know, with costumes or the set, or what's that going to look like when we show up this weekend?
It's a pretty simple set. Basically, it consists of Aunt Eller's house at the beginning, and we have, you know, the barn, Judd's house, and the Skidmore house, which is where the party is. But it's a pretty simple set. You know, there's a few set changes here and there, but it's nothing major. You know, when you're working on one stage, you got to keep it kind of simple. And
Right.
they're doing pretty good to, okay, we'll make use of this way, and we'll do this way. The least amount of work possible, change out a bench here, you know. So it works really nicely that way. You know, it's fairly smooth between scenes.
Perfect. So how long have you guys been working on this? When did all the preparation for the play begin?
Oh my goodness.
I think it started sometime in the
Well, it
middle
was
of July.
in the beginning of July, I think.
Beginning of July?
They did the auditions, and then it was a couple weeks before we found out what roles we got, and then we did the read-through, and then we've been working on it ever since. So
it's a pretty quick turnaround, you know, about a month.
yeah.
Which seems quick to, you
Yes.
know, local, you know, actors and so forth, because you're also involved in your own jobs and other activities and so forth. Yeah, so that's impressive that you guys are able to take the time out of your schedules to learn lines, put the practices in. You guys have been practicing in the evenings, I assume?
Yes.
Yeah, in the evenings, very late.
Some late nights.
Yes.
This week is probably dress rehearsals.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are those going all right?
Yeah, those started yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Working with costumes is a whole different thing. So
And microphones and
Yes.
you know, you put all that together. There's just that many more pieces that can go wrong, and so you have to adjust and adapt. And
that's what dress rehearsals are for.
Right,
I was always
exactly.
told if the dress rehearsal goes bad, then the performance is going to be great. So.
yeah, and it does. It happens like that all the time. There's something magic in the actual performance that people just click in, and it's going to be great.
Yeah.
Right? I'm looking forward to it. So what else would you like to share with us this morning about the play this weekend?
No, I got nothing.
You know, I'm excited to get going again. It's been a great summer working on it. So, you know, I wish more people would be involved. I know people have lives and jobs and vacations, especially this time of year, but it'd be so cool if we could get more people, especially males, involved in this, because it's just a lot of fun. And I mean, it can be stressful, but it's also a lot of fun.
Right.
Yeah.
There's the certain amount of exhilaration that happens when you're on stage and then the performance is done and you go out and bow at the end, and it's just such a kind of a high, you know.
Yeah.
It's like we did it, you know, and
Yeah.
all that hard work's paid off. The audience enjoyed it, And there's something that's very unique and special about that experience. So.
Yes.
All right, so remind us again about how to get tickets and when the show is going to be.
You can get a hold of the Theater Arts Council, or you can buy them at the door.
And the show will start at Saturday and Sunday. Saturday, I think 6 p.m. 7 p.m. And then Sunday around the 2. Yeah, 2 p.m.
All right, so there you have it. We've got the show this Saturday at the Huck Boyd at 7 o'clock, or you can catch it at 2 o'clock Sunday afternoon, or go to both shows. That's $5 for students and children, and then $10 for adults. So be sure you don't miss out on this summer's performance that the Phillips County Arts Council is sponsoring, the play Oklahoma. All right, we're going to take another break, and then we're going to talk with Shirley Mendoza, a member of the Garden Club, to see what's going on with the Garden Club. Give me a second to switch over on the camera. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
No problem.
If your vehicle is pulling, shaking, or just doesn't feel right, don't ignore it. At Coombs West Shop, we're more than alignments. We offer engine repair, routine maintenance, wheel alignments, and tire services, including new and used tires and tire repair. One shop, honest work, done right the first time. Call Coombs West Shop at 785-543-6647.
At Farmers National Bank, we believe that strong foundations are built on faith, hard work, and everyday heroes. For over a century, we've been proud to serve the communities that have made us who we are today. We honor everyday heroes who dedicate their lives to serving others. You inspire us to treat every customer with the respect and care they deserve. At Farmers National Bank, we know that strong communities are built on strong foundations, and we are proud to be part of yours. Farmers National Bank, honoring strong foundations since 1921.
Are you looking for reliable insurance options in Phillipsburg, Kansas? Look no further than Rogers & Associates Insurance. Our team is dedicated to providing great options for home, agriculture, auto, and commercial insurance. Whether you're a homeowner, farmer, or business owner, we have the coverage you need to protect what matters most. Trust us to provide you with personalized service and competitive rates. Contact Rogers & Associates Insurance today to learn more about our insurance solutions.
All right, good morning, welcome back. It's a little awkward this morning. School's not in session yet, so usually I have students who help run the streaming equipment, and then I can just kind of supervise. In the summer times, it's often me who's running the equipment, and then I have a different person come in as a host. I'm trying to give all the cycle of hosts a break, and so I thought, okay, it's my turn to do the hosting spot. But now I'm kind of stuck into 2 jobs at once because students aren't back yet. Speaking of students being back, I just wanted to remind everybody that next week we will not have a Tadpoll show. Next week is a week where teachers have to report, and we have a lot of meetings going on, and so it just doesn't work to have the Tadpoll show next week. And then the following week we will also take a break from the Tadpoll show. So for the next 2 weeks, we're going to take a little break. That first week of school, when I do have students, it's really a busy time to get them trained on how to do things, and so it's better to take a break that first week of school. So thanks for joining in today. But the next 2 weeks, we're going to take a little break, and then we'll come back on the 20th, August 20th, I think, is 2 weeks from now. Well, good morning, Shirley. Thanks for coming on the show. You are a member of the Garden Club, and you had some information to share with us this morning.
Well, I still think that there's still people who are not aware that there is a community garden. And when we talk about community, it just means that anybody in the community can rent a plot and plant and be a part of the garden.
Well, great, yeah, because some people don't have that space in their yard. But they want to have some fresh produce, maybe some of their own tomatoes, because there's nothing like a tomato out of the garden compared to the grocery store tomatoes. Or sometimes it's just get your hands in the soil kind of relaxing experience. But some people's yards or just aren't capable of doing that. And so this is an opportunity for them to, have an area where they can do this.
And it's for me, I like it too because it's a flat fee. You just pay once. That takes care of your water for the whole summer. So I know if I planted it at home, I know my water bill would be higher.
Right. So you're really kind of getting your money back. In
It's
a way.
kind of an incentive, I think. And then I like it because we have raised beds. And that's easier to work around those for me. And we do have in-ground beds that you can rent. And some of those were empty, so I did plant some watermelons this year. So I tried my hand at that. So
how does it work? So if I were to rent a plot or reserve a plot for the summer, I totally have to take care of that myself, right?
Yes.
I have to weed it. I have to go in and water it. So it's not like somebody's taking care of your things for you. You still have to have the hands on. You have to plant what it is that you want to plant.
You can choose what you want to plant. But I do feel like it kind of becomes we're like a family because, I was gone for 2 weeks to visit my daughter, and so somebody watered for me. And then if somebody else is gone, then I'll water for them. And we just kind of watch out for each other, and we see if theirs is dry, I'll go ahead and water it, my neighbors or whatever.
Right.
So it's kind of like a community, a
And
family.
That's a whole lot more convenient than if you had a garden plot in your yard and you needed somebody to come water it for you while you're on vacation. Then they're going to have to travel clear over there. They might have to travel somewhere else to water their own garden. But when it's all there, they're watering their own garden anyway.
Right.
That night, why just water the next one, over as well.
That's right.
So
that's right. And
very convenient.
We did. Sandra started some rhubarb this year, so we're hoping that maybe within a couple of years we might have some rhubarb that we could sell or give away. So that's one of the things. So
is there a swapping that gets involved too with?
Monica, she was gone, and I watered hers, and she said I could pick all the zucchini I wanted, and I ended up with like 7 zucchini, big ones. So she said I kept it and ground it up and froze it. So I'll be making some zucchini bread probably.
Oh, that sounds good. Right.
So and like I know Wayne's going to be gone, so he said help yourself to the cucumbers and the tomatoes. So. We just kind of do that with each other.
The perks of the garden club.
That's right.
Now, anybody can be a member of the garden club? How does that work?
Yes, anybody can. And actually, we just would really like to get some more people involved. We could plant way more if we would. And I think we need some younger people to get involved because we want to keep the garden going. And we bought hoses. So we have hoses, we have tools, we have, basically you just got to buy the seed and plant it and water it. And then at the end of the summer, you're responsible to clean up, the whatever's left, from when the plants all die off and stuff. You got to clean that out. So be ready for the next year. So.
Well, it sounds like an economical way of handling things too, because if you're just starting out with a garden, there are a lot of tools involved.
Yes.
And so if there's a kind of a ones that are provided or shares throughout the garden club, and then you can also test it out to see if gardening's really your thing or not.
That's right. And I don't feel like I know a lot, but I sure learn a lot from the other people around me. There's just something rewarding, I think, about putting that seed in the ground, watching it grow, and then, like you said, getting some fresh cucumbers and fresh tomatoes. And I've picked some beets. I've had beets already, and they were really good.
So this time of year, so we're in August now, is it getting toward the end of planting season and that kind of thing, or are there still some plots available that people could jump in on right now?
You could. That's a good question, and I don't know that I can answer it, but I know you can plant and do some fall. You can still plant and still, what do they call that, fall planting or whatever, and still harvest, later on. So you could still plant some things, and get it going. But one of the reasons why I wanted to come on too is that we're going to kind of have an open house the 10th of August. That'd be on a Monday night, next Monday. And we're going to have free watermelon. And I wish I could say it was watermelon we've grown, but it's not. Ours is not ready to pick. But we just want people to come up and just see the garden and visit with some of the gardeners and have some free watermelon and just maybe get interested in coming and planting.
So that's Monday, August 10th at what time?
6:30. 6:30 to 7:30. Come up to the garden and have some free watermelon and
see what it's all about.
Yeah, meet some of the gardeners, and it's really quite nice up there. So
yeah, it sounds like a good opportunity just to get involved and be social with your friends and community and like-minded people and talk about gardening things.
That's right.
And swap that information. Well, that sounds great.
And then I also wanted to put in a plug, because I'm on the board for the center, that we still have breakfast burritos.
Okay, I saw that online.
Yeah.
And now it's kind of like, why don't you get some breakfast burritos for school coming up?
That's right.
Because
That's
it's really busy.
And actually, I had some of them. They're very tasty. I really enjoyed them. So, but if they just call the senior center, and that's 543-6297. They are frozen. But you could pick up some breakfast burritos for getting ready for school easier, I guess.
Right, because it is. It's nice to just be able to. You can put them in the microwave and kind of grab and go type of a breakfast because it does get pretty busy once school starts, and you're supporting a good organization too.
Yes,
I mean,
yes.
The center needs support. There's upgrades occasionally that need to be done. There's just operating costs that need to be taken care of.
That's right.
If we want to continue to have these facilities and these resources in our community, we need to support. And that's one of the things that I've loved about Phillips County and this community is just people are great about supporting each other and these communities or these organizations.
And you know, Kim, I would also like to say that I appreciate you so much, because I think what a wonderful thing it is for our kids to be able to learn to do this. So,
well, thank you.
I think you do an awesome job, and I appreciate that. So.
I appreciate it. It's about having good students and good administration. My administration allows us to happen because it's kind of a unique setup that we have, and then students are willing to put themselves out there and learn something new. And the neat thing is that some students have gone on and put components of what they've learned here into their careers. You know, so that makes me happy that they're learning something that's very valuable for their future. So.
But I just want to say hats off to you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. All right. Anything else you'd like to share this morning?
That's all. Just come up and see the garden, and even just drive by it, go by it, and look and see.
And that's Monday. From 6:30 to 7:30, up there at the garden. Now, where's the?
That's right. I just got thinking that. Yeah. Well, it's 1540 Prospect, but it's up by the water tower. You can't miss it if you go to the water tower.
Okay. And speaking of gardening and produce and so forth, we want to remind you also that next Tuesday is the August Farmers Market. So that'll be coming up. Again, they have several vendors. I think I looked on their list. There's about 45 vendors. 4 different food trucks. I think Phillips County Community Foundation is the organization that are putting together the meal deal, because they often put together an affordable meal for families. Sometimes, you know, it can be expensive feeding a family, so they have that option. And of course, I think RC Grub barbecue place that's out there too. A lot of good options there. There'll be a kids activity corner, and the farmers market is just a great time again for the community to come together, enjoy some entertainment, and come together and support vendors. Let's see what else I have on my list of things to remind us to talk about. I think I've mentioned before that there won't be Tadpoll the next 2 weeks, but we'll come back August the 20th. And hopefully those students, my new batch of students starting up, will be ready to take the reins, and we'll get back into the routine of school and having the Tadpoll every Thursday morning at 9 a.m. All right. Well, thanks, Shirley, for joining us this morning.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks to all of our guests this morning, and thanks for you at home tuning in. That's it for the Tadpoll. Of course, now I got to go around and play the outro.